Hello everyone, and welcome to my top 10 favorite games of 2013. Now, these are not necessarily the best games of 2013, these are just the ones that I enjoyed playing the most. Also, it's only PC games because that's mostly what I game on. Okay, let's start off the list with number 10. Number 10 on my list is Papers, Please. Papers, Please, when I went into this game, I thought it was going to be kind of boring, you know, you're stamping documents and whatnot, but it turned out to be a lot better than I thought. There's a lot more about, making decisions. You gotta decide who to let into your country. Sometimes people try and bribe you. People will try and, give you sob stories, things like that. And sometimes your decisions have a huge impact. People that you let in might, be suicide bombers, things like that. Sometimes it's out of your control. It's part of the story. But I thought it was a lot of fun, and that's why this game deserves number 10 on my list. Number 9, Sir, You Are Being Hunted. This is an open world survival game where you can play a sir or a madam who has a broken teleportation device with 25 pieces scattered across 5 different islands. So what you have to do is find these 25 pieces, bring them back to your teleportation device, and go the fuck home. What is the problem with this? Well, of course, there are a bunch of English robots who are hunting you for sport. What I like about this game is you never quite feel like you are overpowered. You can find weapons, you can find ammo, but you never quite get enough to quite defend yourself against these guys. So you kind of really have to run away, you have to hide, you have to make sure you don't get ganged up on by these robots, and you will die a ton, and it's fun. Number 8. Chivalry Deadliest Warrior. Now, I had a real problem putting this game on my list because Chivalry Deadliest Warrior is not at all as good as Chivalry Medieval Warfare. But I can't put Chivalry Medieval Warfare on this list because Chivalry, I think, came out in October or November of 2012. So I'm putting this game on my list as consolation for that. This game is a ton of fun. You run around, you cut off people's heads, you can even punch them so hard in the head that their head explodes. And I don't know, it's just a ton of fun. I played Medieval Warfare for I think 200 or 300 hours. This was my number 1 game of 2012 for sure. And Chivalry Deadliest Warrior is pretty much the same, but it doesn't quite have the content that Medieval Warfare had. There is no objective mode, which really makes the game kind of lack in that sense, but it is still a lot of fun, and if you like Chivalry Medieval Warfare, you will definitely love Chivalry Deadliest Warrior. Number 7, The Stanley Parable. What I really like about The Stanley Parable is the use of humor in the game. I absolutely love comedy in a game, and this game does it really well. The narrator is absolutely hilarious, and the game itself is just really fun. There's so many different choices you can make in the game, and there are so many different endings based on the choices you make, and you never quite know if you made them all. You could be searching for an hour, looking, and eventually you hit a certain place, and you do a certain thing, and there's a new story for you to explore. There's even an ending for when you glitch. You can glitch out of a window, and then the narrator will give you an ending for that. And so this game has a lot of replayability. There's always something to find in this game. Number 6, Race the Sun. Race the Sun is both extremely simple and extremely fun. Basically, you have a ship, and you are trying to keep the sun in the sky so that you can use your solar power. When that runs out, you lose and you start all over. My favorite part about Race the Sun is the fact that every single day there's a new map, plus there's also a ranking system so that you can tell how good you did in comparison to everyone else on a particular day. And me personally, I'm extremely competitive, so I like to be able to have a chance at the number 1 spot. And since each day there's a different map, it's much easier to actually get a high rank on the game. Number 5, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. What I like most about this game is the story. It has a really fantastic story, and the funny thing about that is the fact that there's no real dialogue in the story. They do talk to each other, and they do talk to other people, but they use a different language that is just completely made up. It sounds like gibberish, but it works really well. The way they interact, there's a lot of really emotional things that happen in the game, and it's a great experience. The game is absolutely beautiful. I love the visuals. You've got big mountains, and you've got these valleys, and you've got tribes of people that attack you, and it's just great. It's a great experience. You really should play this game. Number 4, Gunpoint. What I really like about Gunpoint is just the stealth aspect of it is just done so well. It's really fun. You can climb up the sides of buildings. You can jump down on people. You can punch them in the face. And it also gives you a choice. You can play the game how you want. You can choose whether you want to kill people and leave no witnesses, or you can just knock them unconscious and possibly have witnesses. Things like that. Your noise level matters, those kind of things. And also the story gives you choice. And what's really awesome about that is the fact that the choices that you make in the story actually influence the ending that you get in the game. And I think that's really awesome. Gunpoint, just in general, is just a really fun game to play. Number 3, Outer Wilds. There's so many great things I can say about Outer Wilds. I really enjoyed this game. It is quite short right now. They are currently adding content to it. I hope they will finish the game. It was actually created by a bunch of university students as part of a class project. So I think that's really cool. The atmosphere in the game is great. The music is really cool. The story is really interesting. Basically, the Earth blows up, the whole universe blows up after 20 minutes, and you need to figure out why so that you can stop it. And there are these really cryptic messages in the game, and you have to basically figure out what the hell is going on and how you're going to stop it. Number 2, DayZ Standalone. Now, DayZ Standalone is currently in a very early stage of development, but I played the hell out of the mod when it first released, and I enjoyed every second of it. It's just so fun. It's so unforgiving. You can spend hours and hours running around in that game, and then as soon as you see someone with a gun, you're dead, they shoot you. And that whole desperation aspect of the game and, how important your character is, I really love that about the game, and it just adds so much to the game, and the player interactions are so natural, I suppose, because, you really are meeting someone who has meaning to you because they can easily kill you. And DayZ Standalone is just so much fun, and I cannot wait until the full version comes out and all the fun stuff is added to it. Okay, so we've reached my number 1 game of 2013, and if you know anything about my channel, you already know that game is Surgeon Simulator 2013. I love the hell out of Surgeon Simulator 2013. It's just one of those games you can pick up and play and have lots of fun. It is hilarious. It's just like you're operating on a person, and it's totally wacky and insane because it makes absolutely no sense. You take a brain, you cut it out, you throw it into a head, and the brain is successfully transplanted. You hit ribs, the ribs fly off wherever. You can do surgeries in space. You can do surgeries on the Heavy from Team Fortress 2. You can do surgery on an alien. This game has it all. And I really hope that in 2014 they add some new content. I think the coolest thing you could ever have in this game is basically a level editor where you can make your own surgeries. I think that would be absolutely insane. So hopefully there's some great things coming from Bossa Studios in 2014 for this game. And that wraps up my top games of the year. Thank you very much for watching. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And why don't you tell me what games you really enjoyed in 2013 down below in the comments. Thank you very much, and I will see you later.